Hi, I'm Bastien, and I heard you want to make a 3DS into an MP3 player. Yeah, right, let's go do that. So to start off with, grab your Nintendo 3DS device, locate the SD card, take out the SD card, plug your SD card into an SD card reader, plug it into your PC, locate the SD card, open it, create a new file, rename the file. I named it music just for simplicity's sake. Put the MP3 files onto it. Once done, eject the SD card, put the SD card back into the DS, locate the music app. Also, I'm going to say this now before I see any complaints in the comments. None of my 3DSs have a capture card, so trying to record any possible footage on my 3DS is going to be really hard. Shout out to Hatthebat for the files, making this part a bunch more bearable to watch. So for all the footage I'm going to capture on my 3DS, I'm just going to record my screen with this camera here, the way the YouTube gods wanted in the early 2010s. Shout out to all those Pokemon walkthroughs I watched as a kid.
Hey guys, welcome back to my video. I'm going to show you guys how to find results as fast as possible.
Whoa, hold your horses. Before you do anything, press the settings button just down here, please. Now press change interface color. Pressing this allows you to change the menu UI color to any color on the spectrum, besides black. For some reason, they don't have this color here. If you hold the slider and flick it, it bounces on the walls, eventually slowing down and landing on the color, which is pretty cool. Okay, now you can unhold your horses. Once you select the song, I'm now gonna help you try to understand what the hell is this UI.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
If you press on this left box here, this changes the pace and pitch of your song. And to those people who don't understand what I just said, if you hold this and just drag it right down here, this makes your song into a slowed down reverb TikTok remix. And if you have an ADHD TikTok brain, maybe this is more your pace, sped up, or as I would like to call it, nightcore. I know the dance moves, all the words for this song. Okay, now if you go back, if you press on this one, this gives you 4 audio effects to apply to your song, allowing you to listen to your song in a tunnel, on a radio, the instrumental. And if you ever wonder what Runaway would sound like if it was mastered for the NES, no? Well, here you go. Yeah, Runaway, yeah. I forgot the lyrics, yeah. I would also like to mention, your shoulder buttons also do stuff. Pressing them down plays a sound effect. Going back to the home screen, pressing on the shoulder buttons on the screen cycles through the possible sound effects it can be. And another completely unnecessary thing they didn't need to add was this. If you press it, it adds a visualizer for your song. Pressing it more cycles through the possible visualizers. And if you're doing this on your childhood 3DS, just be careful, you might get jump scared by your younger self. Anyways, down on the bottom right here changes what happens at the end of your song. Whether you want to shuffle play your song, stop playing any music once the song finishes, or just repeat a song, giving you more features than the free version of Spotify. And to all the people that use that version of Spotify, how do you do it, man? And if you saw this other video I made, you'll probably know what this is. More specifically, this. And as I promised in the last video, I'm gonna give you guys a brief rundown between the difference of this, and some of the features of it. So the biggest and most obvious feature of the 3DS holder is this part. That's where you're meant to store your 3DS. And as you can see, it slides up and down pretty easily. When in the case, you may also notice the small indent for where the cameras are. That's there, so when it's attached to your hip, people walking past can automatically recognize that it's a 3DS. So the cool thing about it is it's reversible. So no matter which side you put it in, the cameras are always facing outwards, as well as easy access to the sliders on the side. Another feature is at the bottom, you'll find a small gap here. That's there, in the off chance your 3DS gets stuck into the holder, you can simply just push up and free it. There's also just enough clearance to fit around with the sliders at the bottom. You may also notice on the back, there's 2 belt loops. I chose 2 belt loops as it provides more stability than one, removing the possibility of it shaking on your belt, as well as to limit the amount of stress onto the belt loop, providing a more stable and secure way of attaching it to your belt. Also on the back is 2 slots for 3DS cartridges. One thing I did find out when designing this, normal DS cartridges don't really fit into these slots here, as 3DS cartridges are a little bit thicker, having a much closer clearance when you slide it into the slot, so that friction holds it in place. Anyways, onto the side here, depending on which model you 3D print, it might have a hole or a giant gap in the middle. The reason I did this, when you're playing an MP3 file with your headphones connected to the 3DS, once you close the screen, the music still plays. Whereas if you're playing an MP3 file without headphones connected and you close the screen, the music stops. So to be able to slide your 3DS with your headphones connected into the holder, I had to make the gap. And for the normal 3DS, it was quite easy as the headphone jack is right in the middle, whereas the 3DS XL has the headphone jack located on the bottom left. Because of this, I didn't make the 3DS XL's case reversible, as if I did, I would make a giant gap from the bottom going all the way to the top, causing the side part to be really fragile. But I made a gap on the other side, allowing you to slide your 3DS XL with your headphones attached into the holder. Personally, I think this was a good decision, as when it's attached to your hip and you're playing music, the volume slider's right on top, allowing you to change how loud you want your music. Some people may call it laziness, I call it accidental greatness. And now I would like to introduce you to my assistant, Bastion.
Who are
Say
you?
hi.
And who are you?
Shut up. And now, me and my lovely assistant here will do our best at answering any possible questions you may have.
We will?
Starting with question 1. Won't the 3DS fall out of the holder? This lip here is to help you guide your 3DS into the holder without it falling out. Question 2. Will it scratch the console? Possibly. Question 3. Will the games fall out when walking / running? Well, here's the thing. With my original model I 3D printed, the tolerances on the cartridge slot holder were perfect, meaning even when I held the holder upside down, the cartridges did not fall out. Even after giving it a couple taps, it still didn't fall out. And for reference, I printed it in this PLA. But when I swapped to a different filament, I didn't change anything on the model, but after printing, the cartridge slot was a little bit looser than my original model. And for reference, I used this PLA. So I don't know what went wrong during the 3D printing process, but I couldn't fix it. Question 4. What models did you make it for? So for the holder, I made 4 different versions, 2 for the 3DS and 2 for the 3DS XL, both having one without the gap and one with. Unfortunately, I did not make one for the new 3DS XL, as I don't own one. But hey, if this video does over 500 likes, I'll make one for it. Question 5. Are the files free? Yes. Question 6. Where can I get the files? You can find the files in the description below with the option of getting it from Thingiverse or Printables. How strong is the belt loop? I don't know, let's find out now. Bastion? All right. All right. Good. Question 8. Can it play FLAC files? No. Question 9. How many songs can I store on it? On a 4GB card at 192 kilobits MP3, roughly around 800 to 1,000 songs. On a 32GB card, thousands of songs. Unfortunately, there is a 3,000 files song limit. 10. What does it sound like? Yeah, nah. Don't know, mate. Thankfully, we have a test subject here who's willing to try it out for us. Wait, what? Where am I? There better not be a green knife behind me. Actually, it's not bad. Those better not be beats.
Alright, that's pretty much the end of the video. Thank you for sticking around all the way to the end. I truly appreciate the support. This video took too long to make. Thank you again. Please subscribe and bye.